Okay, I got my forge on, heating up. I got my oven on, heating up my tempering oven, and we're fixing to heat treat and temper 5 blades. I was gonna do 6, but I didn't get much done. This is the one that's not sold yet. I got that's 800, the start of 800 right there. But I need to take it up. I need to take it all the way up to at least 1500 in order to heat treat it. And then I got to come back to about 800, clean it all up again, bring it back up to 1500, 2000, 2500, and then the buffer. So that's this is one that's not sold yet, so I'm not going to do any more on that till I get more progress on these, because you folks have been waiting a long time. So anyway, let me gather these up and go out to the forge. Okay, I've got 3 tempered and quenched. And what I got to do now is I'm going to go ahead and temper these 3. I've got 3 heat treated and quenched, and now I have to temper them. And I'm going to hold off on these until my quenchant cools. Because there's you can't have your quenchant too hot or it doesn't cool these quick enough to a low enough temperature. So if I go ahead and clean these up and put them in the tempering oven, and when they're done tempering, that'll be an hour, and that will give my quenchant enough time to cool down for me to heat treat these. So let me do that. I'm going to get these cleaned up and in the tempering oven. Yeah, I got about 30 more minutes for that first batch of knives to finish tempering. But I just wanted to show you, I haven't heat treated this yet, but that's what it's gonna look like. I still got a lot of buffing to do, but I just hit it with a buffer just to get an idea what it's gonna look like. And when I harden this, heat treat it, and then temper it, the steel will be even harder and it will take a much better shine. But that is an indication of how shiny it's going to look. With this presentation desert ironwood, that is going to be a pretty knife. Yep. And then I'm going to two-tone the sheath. It's going to be nice. And let's see. Yeah, 30 more minutes. So I think I may have a cup of coffee. And by the time I'm done with my coffee, I'll be ready to heat treat the last 2 knives. And I may go ahead and heat treat this too. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll get these 3 knives heat treated. That'll be 6 for the day. All right, there's 2 more heat treated, quenched. I'm going to have to wait to do the 3rd one because, again, my oil is just too hot. So I'll probably do that before the day is out. And just probably another 10 minutes and I'll be able to put these in the tempering oven. I got to let them cool just a minute because they're too hot to handle still. So, yeah, 10 more minutes. I still have not had my coffee that I was going to have earlier. So when the other ones are done cooking, which is about 10 more minutes, I'll put these in. By then I'll have them cleaned up and ready to go into temper. All right, we got 3. Got the 2 neck knives and 1 BC Special cleaned back up. I have 2 more BC Specials to clean up, and we will be ready for handles. Oh, Lordy, it's been a long day. There is 5 knives cleaned up, all up to a nice 600 grit satin finish, and ready for handling. And that will be tomorrow. Now I'm going to take the rest of the day and work on the Cato. My quenching oil is cooled down enough now where I can heat treat that Cato, and I may be able to heat treat it, temper it, and get that cleaned up today. It would be nice to have 6 knives all cleaned up and ready for their handles. So, all right, let me. This is a pretty good movie, Legend of 5 Mile Cave. It's a free movie on Amazon Prime. I like westerns, I just do. Anyway, let me go crank up my forge, turn my tempering oven on, get that warmed up, and go up, get that Cato heat treated and tempered. We'll see you this afternoon. Well, it's been a long day, and the dogs are all here telling me it is time for dog supper. But I'm not leaving until I get these handles glued on. Epoxied. So here we are. This has got streaks and stuff on it, but it's the grease from the polishing compound. I have to acetone all this off to glue the handles on. Epoxy the handles on. All right, I'm gonna put some tape across here and cover this blade up, and get these handles glued on. I tape the blade up so I won't damage what I've got done to it. And when I get the handles glued on and shaped, I pull the tape off, and the last thing I do is hit the knife one more time on the buffer. All right, let me start acetoning everything down and get my epoxy mixed up, and I'm gonna glue these handles on and call it a day. Epoxy these handles on and call it a day. Lizard we call George. He's been here for quite a while, trying to sell us insurance. George is on the roof, hon.
Yeah, he was on the hummingbird feeder a while ago.
Yeah.
And had his throat all out. And
Huh?
we've got like that one there is like George's great grandson, George the Third.
What you doing? You spreading poop water?
And this is my special recipe, Wonder Duck Water.
Miracle duck water.
Yeah, I'm gonna bottle it. I'm gonna sell it by the gallon. $30. Guaranteed to grow your flowers. You would not believe the difference in that hibiscus.
Yeah, I did. I took some. The flowers are still on it, huh?
Yeah, I know. This is the 3rd day.
3rd day.
I've never had hibiscus. Well, that and for them to open up this big.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull it out because it's starting to wilt. But this is their 3rd day. Isn't that beautiful?
That is a pretty flower.
Yeah, and they was all puny, and I put my special duck water on it. And they bust forth.
For sale now in 1-quart jars.
Yeah. God has blessed me with beautiful flowers.
And special duck poop water.
I love flowers. I'm going to get more duck water. Special duck water. At least I'm not wasting any water.
That's true. Oh, I almost tripped over the chair. There you go. Okay, George. I'll leave you alone to hunt some bugs. Sonny's getting her sun bath. Breezy, who's a little sissy boy, doesn't like, it's like 65, and that's just not in his comfort zone. so he has to have a blanket. And I need one more cup of coffee, and then I'm going down yonder and getting to work.